There are decades where nothing happens. And there are weeks where decades happen. Ukraine is currently living through such weeks, where each passing day could determine the future of the nation. Amid escalating conflict and wavering Western support, the country faces the risk of losing everything. Ukraine's future grows increasingly uncertain as Western nations fail to show clear resolve in helping the country secure victory against Russia. Adding to the pressure is the potential return of former U.S. President Donald Trump, who has promised to end the war at all costs. This has further fueled discussions about making concessions to Moscow, reconsidering Ukraine's borders, and addressing President Putin's demands. Meanwhile, President Zelensky finds himself enduring weeks that feel like decades, as Putin intensifies military pressure and hints at Zelensky's possible exile should the situation deteriorate further. Ukraine faces a multifaceted crisis: military losses in the east, a chaotic conscription system causing social unrest, and a harsh winter marked by widespread power shortages. The International Energy Agency warns Ukraine may face a shortfall of up to 6 gigawatt-hours of electricity, amounting to one-third of its winter peak demand, as Russia has destroyed much of its critical energy infrastructure. Western powers are reluctant to see Ukraine fail but have yet to provide sufficient resources for Kyiv to secure a decisive victory. This half-hearted approach risks prolonging the war for years, with Ukraine potentially forced to concede key territories such as Crimea. However, a Ukraine that completely capitulates to Russia is equally unthinkable, as even in the face of battlefield defeat, the nation could continue resistance in other forms. Zelensky's 10-point peace plan, which includes reclaiming all territories occupied by Russia since 2014, remains on the negotiation table, though many view it as an unrealistic goal. Simultaneously, the prospect of Trump restoring direct negotiations might shift the dynamics. However, Putin has declared that Zelensky no longer holds the authority to sign any agreement. The West remains apprehensive about the fallout of a Russian defeat, particularly the potential chaos in the region and the control of Moscow's nuclear arsenal. As a result, their cautious approach seeks to avoid direct confrontation with Russia while lacking a clear strategy to secure Ukraine's victory. Superpowers like the US and Russia tend to seek compromises, but this indecisiveness leaves the conflict in a stalemate. Neither side wins, neither side loses, and Ukraine's future, along with President Zelensky's, grows increasingly uncertain. Will Zelensky continue to fight or become a leader in exile, like other Western-backed predecessors? The answer hinges on strategic decisions from Moscow, Washington, and Kyiv.